Chargers, I tell you.
What did you think about that Chargers-Chiefs game?
You know, they could have had that game. You know, every time I looked at that film, it was like, wow, they could have stomped them if they wanted to. If they were just making the right calls at the right time and making the 1 yard plays for a first down to extend that drive, score, get the ball at the third quarter, possibly score. You put Mahomes on his heels, man, and he don't throw good on his heels.
Yep.
He may throw the sidearm pass and all that good stuff and the no look better than anybody out there, but I tell you put him on his heels and you start giving him the rush. I think that's the only way you could beat Mahomes, really.
Like you said too, it's like if you get up in that moment, the defense at that point as a coordinator, you could send the house on them. You got the lead. You don't have to play freaking prevent or none of that shit. Just keep it aggressive and just. That's when Mahomes is at his worst. I think we all agree on that.
For sure.
He does great against the blitz. His stats, I've seen a lot of stats saying that he had 6 touchdowns, 0 interceptions against the blitz. But when you're down by a lot of points and you send the blitz like that, he's going to have to throw some tight ones. And we saw all night, Asante Samuel Jr. had 2 drop picks, had one that it looked like he caught it, but barely hit the turf. But, like, bro, all night he was throwing them up for grabs, and he does that every game. So if the Chargers would have capitalized on that, bro, that game could have been over.
Could have been over.
Wrapped early. But, man, the Chiefs, you do got to give them credit for pulling it out.
Yeah.
I like their defensive coordinator. He's an OG, super aggressive. That's what I really like about him. They played a hell of a game to pull that out.
Yep. That's Spagnuolo, right?
Yep.
Spagnuolo, he's a long time New York Giant.
Yeah, with the
back
Rams.
in the days.
Was he with the Rams?
Rams after that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was a long time. He was actually their head coach for a while.
He was. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like his style and his aggressiveness.
And he knows that defense too, man. He knows it. Yeah. So that game really solidified who's going to be on top, really. As of right now, I think, that's what I see at least. I don't know about your guys' opinions on that, but Tommy Boy's got a lot to say today.
Yeah, I know. No, I mean, with that being said, I think not we all, but there was a lot of people who had a little bit of doubts with the Chiefs, just with the whole Tyreek deal and the offense.
I'm one of them.
And honestly, they look really good. They've looked really good these last 2 weeks. I'm impressed. That Broncos, Chiefs, going for third place kind of swapped, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's a bold prediction for me, going on third place with the Chiefs. But I got a lot of faith in the Raiders and the fucking Chargers, man.
Yeah, even though the Raiders didn't play their A game, I think they're just starting to figure some stuff out.
100%.
Yeah, for sure.
I think
it's early.
All right.
It's early right now. There's going to be a lot of figuring and then a lot of copying and a lot of tape watching and look at that and wow. But you definitely have to have the players healthy. They got to be bought into your program. All that has to happen for you to succeed in this league.
Facts.
Everything has to be a well-oiled machine.
Mm-hmm.
All parts running. So that's just how you win. That's how it works out.
Is there any takeaways that you saw, like just maybe like a certain play or certain kind of drive that stood out to you?
The drive before the half kills me when you have a 3rd and 1, and I believe it was 1 minute and 40 seconds on the clock. I think I had it, and you could have went up 17 or 17-7.
They were right there in their territory.
They were right there
like
too.
48 or something.
They were right there, ready to score, and you call a passing play. It was a run formation, and then he goes and bootlegs out, and they all go out and they spread out and they try to get open. And there was somebody open early. He just didn't get it to him. He kind of rolled. He rolled all the way out, and then he decided to take off with it. And you need to know where the first down marker's at when you're rolling out. You got to know where it's at. That way, if the guy's not open, you're already running towards it. Yep. You're already going. He kind of he dodged. He dodged the bullet on that one. You know what I'm saying? He was like he kept going sideways instead of going forward.
Yeah, we were both watching it, and we were he lost like 2 yards.
Yeah,
on it. We were like he was lucky to get that.
And that right there stands out because not only do you score before the half, and you're up 14.
Mm-hmm. You get the ball back.
You get the ball at the third quarter, and then just say you drive down, which they did, and they did score.
Exactly.
So I mean, then you, like I say, you get Mahomes on his heels, and just like Dak, They don't play well on their heels, man.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
agree.
You can
Yeah.
also stop all that talk just by giving the ball to Eckler.
True that.
Yep.
Eckler's
Boom.
beast, bro.
Bro, and
1 yard,
One.
or the quarterback sneak. They did it earlier in the game. Maybe they were set up for that already, but I mean, anything but that.
Exactly. Literally,
Okay?
bro.
I mean, offensive coordinators out there, I don't know what's going on.
He's
You guys
trying
need
to
to start
keep-
watching some 1980s film where they all used to line up, hat on a hat, jumbo package, 3 tight ends out there, and they went and got you a yard.
Bro, it's 1 yard in the NFL, man. Like
Kyle Shanahan will have something to say to that.
Kyle Shanahan would have made it so tricky for
Yes.
everyone to
With-
wear.
yes.
Well, that's
shirts.
another thing. You know what I mean? You also, with Herbert, with your whole offense that you got with the Chargers, there's no reason you can't throw him in shotgun, run a delayed draw, run an RPO, something. You know what I mean?
Anything but what they
Yeah,
did.
Literally.
So that stood out. That's the part that
But,
stood
you
out.
get him
for
in the
that game.
gun, you give him a little more time.
Yeah.
It's time to get a play developed.
Even like a read option.
Exactly.
If you're really gonna do a fake handoff, why not a read option
Yeah,
and let Herbert pull that and just throw a little quick out?
100%.
One thing that kind of stood out to me from the Chargers standpoint on defense, man, like, or two things I'll say. Asante Samuel Jr. is that dude. He might even be better than his daddy, bro. Oh my god.
Wow.
You can't say that.
I can, bro.
Wow.
Nah,
I
you
think
can't
his,
say
I
that.
think his, I think his pops would agree. Bro.
I think his dad would
I'm
be
not-
Of course you would.
Yeah.
I'm not saying.
Of course you would.
I'm not saying he's better now, but man, for it to only be his second season, what he's
I don't
putting
know.
on film, bro.
Asante Samuels came
True.
down with the money ball all the
I,
time.
He's
I,
true.
I hate to talk Asante Samuel Jr. because we drafted Boss Man Fat.
Bro,
Hey,
Yeah,
we
I
can
hear-
go
I
on
hear-
and
I
on
hear
with
the-
bro. You guys,
Boss Man Fat, I think his tapes are at the flea market.
Boss Man,
You're a guy,
his
dude.
recordings, yeah, he be rapping. Oh my god, that's like a 1980s, 1990s rap name. Boss
Yeah,
Man
Boss
Fat.
Man Fat.
I was surprised. I was like, what?
Hey,
We all got our names. I just wish he'd start playing like the Boss Man.
100%. Yeah.
Is he
You know?
starting for
Yeah.
y'all?
If you got a name like Boss Man,
He's
you
been
got to
playing.
play like
Is
the
he?
Boss Man.
I haven't even
Boss
seen
Man
him,
Fat.
bro.
He's got to play fat. You got to go out and get that money ball.
Yeah.
You know? Go get that money ball, Boss Man Fat. It's right there for you. Go get it.
Hey, speaking of the boys, man, we got the boys and the Bengals coming up this week.
Yep.
We got
Yeah.
Great
no
Yeah.
Dak.
transition.
Unfortunately, no Dak. And, we got a lot of problems on offense. We're not running the ball enough with Zeke.
Well, I think that's going to change.
Hopefully.
I think that's going to change. I really
Dude,
do.
they have an option, bro. Like, you gotta feed Zeke, man. First of all, he's the top paid running back in the league. When you guys were at your peak, he was dominating, and you guys fed him. You gotta at least give him 20 carries. Hey, if he shits the bed, has 20 carries, 25, and he's still not showing,
I'm going to
then,
say
hey,
this.
you know what?
I'm gonna say
Change
this.
it up.
I respect managing his carries just in the beginning of the season because that's Zeke, and that may be what we got to do to get him through to the season if we do get into the playoffs. No matter whether we're a wild card team or we end up fucking winning the division, I really think that we get him hurt by week 4 again, fucking playing against the Panthers or some fucking bums.
Yeah.
No, the
That's
Panthers are bums, but you know what I mean. Like,
I get what you're
I
saying.
don't want to do that,
but,
bro.
Bro, like, the thing is with that is, after what I saw week 1 with you guys cannot be pussyfooting around thinking like that. You know what I mean? Like,
by you guys, he's talking to me and my son, Michael, because we're
I'm
Cowboy
talking to the
fans.
Cowboys too.
Okay.
It's like, man, if they're really thinking like, oh, we gotta manage his carries, make sure he doesn't get hurt. It's like, man, you gotta just feed him. You can't be scared. Like, if he gets hurt, he gets hurt. Every NFL player, every football player, every athlete knows that. If you get hurt, you get hurt. But you leave it out on the line,
Tell
man.
Kawhi Leonard that, bro.
Kawhi's
I know it's a different sport, but
Kawhi's
the way they
gonna do his
manage him, it's like
It's
that's
two
the way
different
we-
sports, though.
I know, but
Well, I think they
the
took the
same.
leash off of Zeke this year. I think there's no leash on him, no collar. No, they didn't even. They may have paid the man, but they didn't give him a collar with a license this year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're gonna basically, you better go do what you're gonna do because I think this is it.
Yeah.
I think
I
this is
agree.
it. This might be it. And you know what? I'm your biggest fan, Zeke. And you know what? You need to get that spoon going and go get it going.
Yeah, I
You know,
ain't seen
you
a
got
lot
you
of
got
this,
Cooper
bro.
Rush in that huddle. If you got to change the play to your running play, run it. Do it.
Mhm.
Someone needs to take control of this team.
Facts.
Someone needs to step up. Someone needs to be the leader and go do this.
100%, dude.
Someone's got to do it.
100%.
So I mean, the offensive line, it doesn't matter how big, how strong. If they're all playing together and they're all a unit, things will come together. Things will go together.
If we're getting the ball out quick,
It comes down to coaching.
You know, when we are calling those passing plays and we're not trying to set up fucking, you know, everything deep. You know, I don't know. I get a lot of kill shot with Kellen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's forcing a bit, and it's what puts Dak on his back foot and makes him second guess and throw those ignorant picks that he throws.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Is that kind of what Mike was kind of hinting at in that meeting?
Yeah, he said he needed to be smarter.
Yeah. Call for what we have.
Yeah.
For the players that we have, you need to call plays for, you know, that suit them.
We've seen a situation like that firsthand.
Yes, we did. We just got through with this with high school, in the high school program that we were involved with. Yeah. Same thing. It's funny. The same thing's happening. But with that being said, you have to play with what you have. And if you have a scripted plays, what you practiced all camp long, and then you come in this game and 8 players in camp ain't playing, and you still have that same script of plays, it might not work out. It just might not work out.
Hey, let's not talk too much shit on Kellen Moore.
Well,
I got a lot of faith in my boy.
You know, I don't want to drop. I don't want to drop the bomb on Kellen. I like Kellen. He's young, but he had it going on, calling rhythm, and it seems like he doesn't have that rhythm right now. And I don't know if he's got the choke chain in the collar now on. I don't know. I don't know if he's got that on or not.
Being an OC, I've lived it firsthand now. It's hard to please everybody.
True.
And you got to stick to your gut.
True.
You got to roll with what you know, what you think is going to work. And Kellen, this is the way Kellen feels.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The way we play is the way Kellen Moore would be running an offense at Boise State. In a way. You know what I mean? Like, but this is the NFL. Things do have to change. You do got to line up hat on a hat from time to time.
You have to.
And, you know, that's just being a young offensive coordinator, in my opinion. But I got a lot of faith. You can make it work. You've seen McVay, Kyle Shanahan, guys like that, those young guys make shit like that work.
They run the ball.
I mean? Fucking Jim Harbaugh, bro.
They run the
ball. When he was with, when Cap was over there.
Now that you mentioned that, another thing too is now that you bring up McVay and Shanahan and all them, they were groomed. They started off really at the lowest level and worked their way up. Kellen Moore, bro, he was a backup for 2 years, 3 years, and they're like, boom, offensive coordinator. What do you got?
He's smart.
So you know what I mean? Yeah. You can't.
Some guys
he's still growing. He's still growing, and I agree. But let's get into X's and O's of Cowboys and Bengals. What are you guys looking at as far as what you guys need to execute against that Bengals defense?
Against the Bengals defense.
Well,
they got some pass rushers.
Bengals defense. We're going up against our old boy Uzier, Oak Grove High School, right here down the street.
Shout out.
Shout out right there. He is. I'm sure he's going to want to play good against us.
I forgot about that.
He left us to go get the paycheck, but you know, it happens.
It is what it is.
It happens.
He also left to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he went and got that Super Bowl experience.
True.
So I really think that the us against Bengals, we don't match up at all against them good anywhere throughout. I mean, I think we got a better long snapper than they do right now. That's about it, right?
Yeah.
You can't leave out Micah. Come on.
No, Mike.
Well, Micah, you know what I mean? I throw Diggs up there with Apple. You know.
No. Diggs is way better than Apple.
Okay.
Apple. If you ever see this, bro, like you're all right, you're good, but bro, like you be getting cooked, man. You be getting cooked. And all Bengals fans, Twitter be throwing memes out there. It's always Eli Apple. He be getting a penalty. He be getting receivers pissed off, and then they cook him, bro.
Hey, I was trying to throw respect at your name, dog, but my boy feels different. You feel me? With that being said, I think
everyone sees it. It's on the
I'm very, very curious to see how Diggs and Jamar plays out. You know,
that's gonna be a great.
Are you gonna play Diggs on an island? Are you gonna make him travel? What are you gonna do with Diggs? I don't mind Anthony Brown lining up with him from time to time. They're stacked at wide receiver.
I think Anthony Brown's probably going to be on T. Higgins, you think, because he's a little bigger?
Yeah.
For sure. Our safeties, they got to play good. You know, our defensive line, we got to get rushes. When it comes to the Bengals, if they get on a route and start throwing the ball, and mixing it up, running and throwing.
Yeah.
And it's going to be hard to stop once they get in their rhythm. We haven't even found our rhythm. They know their rhythm.
True.
They brought that rhythm from last year into this year, and they was it 6 turnovers?
Last game?
Yeah, was it 6 turnovers that they had?
4 picks, and we're still in the game. I don't know if they had any other turnovers.
Okay, 5. I may be exaggerating a little bit,
man.
but
It was
with 4 turnovers in the NFL, that's usually an L right off
a
the bat.
fat L.
And they were in the game. They had
Bro.
3 chances to win it, if I believe, right?
Like you
So-
said, long snapper. If they have their long snapper, they win that game.
They win that game.
McPherson, he's a great kicker. So,
Yeah, that
but
was
yeah, definitely.
tough to watch.
But it's gonna be it should be a battle. It's gonna be back in Jerry's world. I feel
It might be Cheifs' world after that.
well, Shiesty, I don't know. I gotta tell you, I've watched Jerry since he bought the team when I was young, and I watched it happen, and I was excited, and I've watched this young man turn into an old man, and I kind of feel, I wish I can help him get a Super Bowl too somehow too, because I want it too, and it's tough on us Cowboy fans when we lose, and we our expectations are so high, but it's part of being a Cowboy fan, and eventually you do run out of tears.
Hey,
I will say that.
and boys, we'll ride with you till the end. Fucking we're
For
ride or dies.
Yep.
Whether you guys are going downhill, whether
Yep.
Dak isn't there,
Yep.
whether it's Cooper Rush under the helm.
Speaking of
You know.
Dak not being there, I'm really excited to see Cooper Rush's dad out there in the
Yeah, me too.
in the
That was one of the first
stands.
things I thought about.
Yeah.
When he,
Why? What's the story with that?
Well,
did you see him when he beat the Vikings? He was in the fucking crowd, like, yeah, just fucking.
Yeah.
It was just a cool, like,
Nice.
heartfelt.
Yeah, it was cool.
moment. Yeah.
he had family there, his wife, I believe his brother or somebody else was there with him.
Yeah.
And he was
That was
like he won the Super Bowl, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
For what was expected of him, that was.
Yeah.
You gotta be excited
100%.
in that moment, man.
Hey, bro, and the Vikings, they're obviously no joke this year.
Hell no.
They're
No.
definitely. I honestly don't think they were that much of a joke last year. You know
Mm-mm.
what I mean? They had an off year. It happens.
Yeah, I think Zimmer, we all saw it, man. Like, he didn't really buy into Cousins ever while he was there. He's kind of a dick to him. I mean, I wasn't in the locker room or anything to say that he was a dick to him, but it just kind of gave that vibe. Like, you see a lot of these McVays running down the sideline, all these guys hitting on the helmet, loving their guy, you know what
Energy.
I mean? Hyping
Energy.
him. Sirianni, man, makes Jalen Hurts out to be like, he gives him all the confidence, you know what I mean? And
You have to.
Zimmer just didn't really
You
do
have
that.
to. You gotta let them have it.
Exactly.
And take it.
You gotta get your players to buy in, bro.
Yep.
Straight up.
It's all about buying into the program, man.
Yeah.
Fuck, 100%.
One-
Yeah. And speaking on this whole Vikings Eagles deal, bro. I mean, is Kirk Cousins gonna go in there and torch you guys? Or is he gonna put up 50 points if the Lions put up 35?
So I'm gonna put it to y'all this way for my Eagles.
Y'all.
Justin Jefferson?
The crowd's about to be nuts. It's our home opener. They're really gonna have to make a difference. But bro, you could talk this Justin Jefferson. We all know he's about to eat. I'm not gonna sit here and say he's about to get locked up. I'm expecting a big game from him. First
For
of
sure.
all, we passed on him, so he's pissed. Maybe he's not even pissed. He's just like, bro, you guys passed on me. What's up then?
Huh.
So that's how he's coming into
You
that.
remember
I
what
know
Randy
what's up,
Moss did to the Cowboys?
Yeah.
Oh,
You passed
bro.
up on Randy?
bro.
Oh, man.
All these receivers, all these
Not
skill
good.
position players, when the team
Not
passes
good.
on them and they get the shot and they are that dude, they make it happen. And I'm expecting that from Justin. Darius Slay came out on several podcasts, gave him his respect. They all know what's up. The thing, I'm not worried about any individual player on that defense. It's Jonathan Gannon's scheme. His job's on the line, not in this game, but this season. He will be gone if he does not prove in
Gone.
games like this. Last year, every Eagles content creator, every Eagles fan saw it. Derek Carr, several other quarterbacks that were, decent or good quarterbacks. They just lit us up, man. He doesn't want to give up the big play, and I appreciate that. But at the same time, last year, what we had on the field, players-wise, all these dinks and dunks, like guys weren't making tackles, guys weren't getting to the ball. Now we have the personnel, so it's like you need to open it up a little bit. Be more aggressive. Send the house every once in a while. You don't got to do it every play. Like, no one's begging for that. But, bro, keep the offense honest. They usually say keep the defense honest. Jonathan Gannon's scheme is like, bro, keep the offense on toes. Like, send the blitz. You got Hassan Reddick, Fletcher Cox, get Jordan Davis on the field. 22 snaps, bro. We traded up in the first round to get this kid, and we're starting a 6th rounder from USC. Get the Georgia Bulldog out there, bro. National champion.
National champion.
He's got the pedigree, bro.
Yeah, he does.
Get him
He's
out
a big
there.
Boy.
Put him with Hargrave. Get PG at the edge. You got Josh Sweat. Send Reddick. Stop dropping these linebackers that can rush in coverage. Kaiser White, I love him in coverage. That I'm cool with. But quit putting Reddick in coverage because you're trying to keep the offense on toes. Like, actually keep them on toes. Send the damn rush all game and then drop him in coverage in like a 3rd and 1 situation or something. You know what I mean? Or a red zone, whatever. He's just got to switch it up. I'm not worried about any of the players. It's JG, man. Like, you're under pressure, bro. Every Eagles fan, after that first game in Detroit, you didn't see one thing about Hurts. You didn't see one thing about... Bro, Devontae Smith and Quez Watkins both didn't have a single catch. We put up 38 points. The offense, no concern. The offensive line was missing things that whole game. And, bro, chill. The Lions are better this year. But, you know what I mean?
Dan Campbell knows how to bring it. The jumbo package. He'll bring it out there. Those 3 tight ends. He'll smash mouth it.
I ride for the Lions.
Yeah.
I'm
riding Lions this year, too.
I agree.
Dan Campbell.
Ever since Dan Campbell's taken over.
Yep.
They played to the very end, and I respected it. And JG got lack with it. He admitted it. I got too loose at the end. Started letting them creep in the ball game. It's like, yeah, man, what do you think? You're playing prevent. You got the corners off. Like, bro, put Darius Slay on an island. He lives for it, bro. He lives for that. He's done it his whole career.
So you're not gonna have him travel with Jamar? Or not with Jamar. Sorry.
With Justin?
With Justin. Yeah.
I would personally. I would have him travel with them and live and die by it, bro. Why not, man? Like Darius Slay, if he holds his own, that just builds his confidence throughout the whole year when he goes up against guys like that. And it just builds to his career resume. Like, with guys like that are possible future Hall of Famers, just put your trust in them. You know what I mean? Like, even if he doesn't put Slay on an island, I get it. Justin Jefferson, you know what I mean? You got to be aware of it. Don't put him on an island. It is what it is. But still, like, don't play 7 yards off the ball to where Jefferson's just getting these clean looks, clean releases every time. It's like, you can't do that, man. Just bottom line. But I do expect my Eagles to pull out the dub. I think it's going to be a close ball game. The reason I do see if the Vikings do pull it out is their defense was getting to Hurts, and also on offense, just Jefferson just has a field day type of thing. So they have to get up early and get the crowd out of it is where I'm kind of at with that. But I do think the Eagles pull through.
Well,
what do you guys think about that game?
Honestly,
I kind of rambled, bro.
No, I think you said it all.
You said it all.
You said it all, and thank you, because I don't like talking Eagles football. So I am going to take the Minnesota Vikings.
All right.
I think Justin Jefferson is going to take over that game. Kirk Cousins, I have all the confidence in the world. I've seen him. Dalvin Cook's going to tear it up. I mean, it's the swag there, the coaches, the new coaches, the new. They're all, the system's new, and it's all flowing right now, and there is nothing that's going to get in the way of that team. That young coach there is going to take them to the top this year.
Hey,
they're going to be there at the top this year.
Not only that, you can't say that the Packers are stacked, especially at receiver now, because, Devontae being gone, but they shut Aaron Rodgers down, bro. Essentially, I actually was pretty surprised with
I'm glad
the scoreboard,
I'm glad you mentioned that. It brings me back. Another thing, who on the Vikings defense is covering A.J. Brown? Patrick Peterson ain't doing it no more. Hell of a career. You ain't locking up A.J. Brown. No one is.
Well, that's where the scheme's going to come into play.
He is
that's
a big
cool.
boy.
Hey, that's cool. So you double A.J., right? Devontae Smith, Quez Watkins, Dallas Goedert, dump it to the backs, bro.
I do think that the Vikings have one of the best safeties in the league.
Harrison Smith, absolutely, bro.
Which can make a big difference.
I think he'll have a good game, too.
Already one pick this season, right?
I think so, yeah. He's all over the field. He's a ball hog. I heavily respect him.
With that being said, I'm obviously rolling Vikings, too. We're going to be rolling into some week 2 predictions here.
Prediction
All right.
time.
So
we got that game out of the way.
Tommy
So
boy, who you
yeah.
got?
We'll leave Bengals, Cowboys out, and Eagles.
Yeah,
and
we'll leave
Vikings.
those ones out.
right,
We already
yeah,
did
yeah.
those
Alright,
ones already.
I
Let's
think
get
that roll right in. Obviously, you're taking the Eagles.
obviously.
Obviously, we're obviously taking the boys.
Cowboys.
Hey, ride or die, like we said, right?
Cowboys over Bengals. I'm taking that, and then Vikings over Eagles. I'm doing that one. Taking
Alright.
that one. I think those are.
Well, so far I'm 1-0, and y'all are 0-1.
That's okay.
We both took Chargers. Me and Marcus are
Yeah.
very high on the Chargers this year.
Yes.
And how can we not be?
Yes.
I bet against them twice, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
I
high
got
on
a
the Chargers.
case on that one. I got a
Chargers
case on
will
that
be there.
Chargers.
Boy, got a case on that one.
They just got to get the play calls down at the right time, just like us. So. Hi, we're right in the middle of the show. Would you like to be our first guest? Sorry about that. So we are doing predictions again?
Yeah.
All right, so who we got first? Lined up, what do we got?
So we could go. Do you have the schedule up?
Yeah, he's got the schedule
I got
right
the
here.
schedule up
Yeah.
right here, yeah.
So call your first game.
Alrighty. Jets, Cleveland.
Boring game. Let's make this one quick, boys. I think we all agree. But I'm gonna say Nick Chubb runs Cleveland to 2-0.
I am taking the Jets.
I like
I'm
it.
taking the Jets on this one. I watched their defense. They were around the ball all the time. A couple plays here, a couple plays there, and they were in this last week. So I'm going to roll with the Jets on this week.
100%. All right, I'm obviously rolling with Cleveland. I think Jacoby Brissett can get it done. You know what I mean? Yeah, no worries about that one. Washington, Detroit. Great game, in my opinion.
I think so too. It's a sneaky, really good game. Teams that in previous, people just kind of brush them off, but I got the Lions, man. I think they're bought in on DC. I think that defense and that team in general ain't gonna give up. Carson Wentz, bro, he's gonna throw you a few. Catch it. He's gonna throw you a few. That boy's about to be getting sacked by 3 people and try to throw one up for grabs. Just catch it.
Yep.
Just catch it. I got Lions, bro.
Yeah. I got Lions too. I think Aiden Hudson's going to have a real good game on that one.
Good
I think we're going to hear his
prediction.
name a few times, maybe even 3 times, I could say. But I'm going with Detroit too.
Yeah, 100% Detroit. Roll DC. With that being said, we got Tampa Bay, New Orleans. Nice division matchup. Right off the top, I'm going to get mine out of the way. I'm taking Tampa. I think New Orleans looked good, but that was against the Falcons, and they were losing a majority of the game. They rolled back into it, which all the respect. But yeah, I'm rolling with Tampa. You can't bet against Tom this early.
I was thinking that, but my boy, are you ready to put a case on this?
Case of what? Coca-Colas?
Yeah. Case
I'm
of
down.
Coca-Cola.
Give me a case of water.
Oh.
I'm gonna need a case. I'm gonna get some core
Oh,
water.
okay. I thought you were talking about this good old Coca-Cola.
You're rolling New Orleans.
I'm rolling New Orleans. They got Tom's number since he's came to Tampa Bay. The offensive line's got some injuries. A lot of those receivers are kind of hampered. I think if they're just resting them, they're probably a bit sore from week 1. A lot of guys are super sore.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna just roll with the Saints, man. It seems like Dennis Allen's got Tom's number. I know you shouldn't bet against Tom Brady, but I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna put a case on it, and I'm gonna go with the Saints. I'm gonna go with the Saints.
All right. Case. All right.
It's locked.
I'm piggybacking on that, and I'm taking the Saints.
I mean, dude, I'm going to say right off the top that I think the Buccaneers' defense is a reason why we didn't look as good as we looked.
I totally agree with that.
With that being said,
They're real.
against fucking Jameis, chicken wing. All day,
Eating
bro.
dubs, eating
All
dubs.
day, bro.
James about to be eating them dubs.
I don't know about that. All right. Fucking, we got Carolina, Giants. Also a fucking great game, bro.
Yes.
You think it's a great game? I hate this game, man.
I think it's a great game, bro. You got Baker. You got the story of Baker. You got the story of Saquon. I roll with those type of stories.
I like the
know what I
Saquon
mean?
one.
Yeah, like, what's up? What's your problem with Baker, bro?
Bro, I'm just like with a
Bro,
lot
I
of
miss his
media
progressive
people.
commercials.
All off season was
Bro,
Baker.
I-
All off season was Baker.
Man,
Hey,
I'm just wondering if he's gonna do those commercials for the insurance anymore.
no, he's gonna need insurance for all these interceptions and all these bad throws. And,
Well, with that
man,
being said, I'm going with you this week, Baker. I am taking Carolina. My brother Max is a big Carolina fan,
yeah.
and with that being said, it's going to be Carolina Panthers.
you're going with Carolina too.
no, I'm gonna roll with the Giants.
Ooh,
I'm
big
gonna roll with the
blue.
Giants. Yeah,
Big blue.
They, they did a number on fucking Tennessee, not really, but in certain ways.
Yeah, bro. No one really expected them to win that.
And you can't expect Saquon to do what he did last week every week. But with that being said, I'm going to give a little bit of faith in Daniel Jones, even though I fucking hate the Giants. And
it's hard to pick
we'll make
them
something
on.
happen. It's really hard to pick them, but I give respect to Dayball.
Yeah, I do too. I'm gonna piggyback off Mike. I'm gonna go with the Giants too. I don't hate Baker. I just don't think what a lot of people think. Not a lot of people. I think everyone kind of figured out that he ain't it no more when it comes to if you really want to go to the Super Bowl or go far. He ain't it, but Daniel Jones ain't it either, so they can counteract it with like that. But basically, I'm gonna just ride with Saquon, man. He looked really good. That defense is flowing.
He looked fast.
Kayvon Thibodeau's making his debut, so maybe he fucking wrecks the game. You never know. But yeah, I'm gonna roll with the Giants too.
All right, I like it. We got Pittsburgh, New England, which my boy's trying to set me up and get a case off me over here. But I can't roll with New England. I don't know. They are the favorites, right? I believe they're the favorites. I think
they are like
2.5. Yeah. So I don't know. That's a Vegas
No love
thing.
for Mitch Trubisky, I tell you.
I put respect on Mitch.
Nothing.
I remember what he did to my boys on Thursday
Nothing.
night.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
yes.
Or Sunday night.
Trubisky, I got faith in you, Trubisky. I believe that you're gonna get this program going. You're gonna have it together like Ben had it together, and they just started building towards that championship. Head coach, Mike Tomlin. They got one of the best head coaches in the league. I'm rolling with Pittsburgh. I'm rolling with you.
To piggyback on what you're saying about Mike Tomlin, I personally think Mike Tomlin's a better coach than Bill Belichick. I know Bill Belichick's got all those rings. You can go ahead and shake Tom Brady's hand for that. We all see what's going on. We saw what happened before Brady. We're seeing what happened now.
Those are big words.
And look, I know you're in a rebuild, so it's kind of hard to say, like, oh, Bill, he fell off. You guys are in a rebuild, so I give you a little bit of leeway there, but when's Mike Tomlin ever been in a rebuild? He's never had a losing season. That boy rallies the troops.
That's it.
Mike Tomlin is a guy, bro, I'll run through a wall for, bro.
Nice.
Bill Belichick is the type that would make me feel sour, bro. I'd get irritated with that attitude, man. Like, that works old school, but man,
Bill's
I
one of
like
those
that
attitudes
shit,
that you gotta listen to though, because it's
I'd respect it. I'd respect his resume as a player.
There's some schmucks out there where it's like, I don't want to fucking hear what you got to say, bro.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And with that being said, fucking Bill Belichick, that's my boy. I'm not putting a case on it.
Nope.
But
no case.
I am rolling with the Patriots.
I'm rolling with the Steelers. I'm with Marcus on this, bro. Top 5 defense in the league, even though TJ's out. So unfortunate. TJ, man, he was looking phenomenal. It's sad, man. Steeler fans, keep your heads up. He's coming back. That's the great news. I'm really liking the Steelers this year. They are slept on like no other, and that defense is real. Minka Fitzpatrick is the best safety in the league. Him and Derwin James is the only argument. But man, like, that defense is the truth. O-line, you got to get Mitch some protection to throw it. I believe what you're saying, Marcus, bro. Like, Mitch, if you give him the time, he's shown that he can make some plays. He's got a good arm. And you got Najee Harris back there, bro. The O-line's got to figure it out. They got to figure it out, man.
For sure.
But yeah, I'm going Steelers.
Hey, he's going Steelers, but he's also a guy that's rooting for Kenny Pickett to go in. So
I am.
The only way that's going to happen is if
I like Tugalove. When Tugalove gets in there, bro, hey, these defenses better watch out. Tugalove's about to tear
another
it up.
one that you'd probably say you're not too fond of, but Jacksonville, Indy.
This game's funny, man. Like, I guess the Colts.
What's so funny about it?
It's recycled. It's been recycled. The fact that the Colts, for whatever reason, cannot win in Jacksonville. I don't know what it is. They've had better teams on paper than him, so it's not like something like that where it's X's and O's or whatever. It's like,
bro, but Matty Ice, bro.
I'm rocking with Matty Ice in this game,
Matty
bro.
Ice is Matty Ice. Yeah.
Matty Ice, bro. Here's my thing, man. The tie.
Still playing, still rolling.
The tie. Pathetic, man. For the Colts to tie the Houston Texans with
missed field goal. You can't blame that.
And he got cut,
bro.
And Rodrigo got cut.
There you go.
And he got cut. And that's how you prove a point as a coach.
Yep.
Not for long, NFL.
Yeah, and I'm going with the Colts. I think they end the streak. I think Doug Peterson's gonna have them play a good game in Jacksonville, but I think Frank Reich versus Doug's a disciple.
Yeah.
I think Frank Reich's gonna get him. I got the Colts.
Yeah, I'm rolling Colts too.
I'm rolling with Jacksonville. I think we're rolling with Jacksonville. I believe they got this one in the bag. I think they're going to start proving that they're doing something right in Jacksonville this coming up game.
They were impressive against Washington.
Yes. I think this is going to be this stepping stone where they step to that next level. You know, they may have a couple more losses here, but they're going to have a few more wins too. So I think this is one win that they're going to have.
If they do win, that's a huge confidence boost for that team, man.
And they need it early.
Yep.
They need it now.
Yep. I agree.
What's the next game, Bus?
Next game, Miami-Baltimore.
Miami-Baltimore. On that one, I'm going to go ahead and roll with Miami because Miami's balling out. Things are working there. New coach, new quarterback. They got the fastest thing on earth over there.
New version of quarterback.
All that stuff's going Miami. It's it's beautiful over there. So I think they're going to be talking about the Miami Dolphins again in the NFL like they used to when Marino was around and Mark Duper and Super Duper they used to call him. And, yeah, it was fun watching them. But I believe the Miami Dolphins are going to be in the game.
Oh, it's a tough
this
one.
week.
It is.
It's a freaking tough one. It's a tough one to even throw a case on too. If that's one of the ones we were gonna.
No, I wouldn't throw any cases.
You
on
know, I like Miami. You know, I see Tyreek just having an outstanding game, and that could be very like a biased opinion or however you want to call it. But I really can see him just tearing up that secondary, bro.
I could see it.
Yeah.
Tyreek is a guy that no one's going to come out and be bold enough to be like, oh, no, they're going to clamp Tyreek. Like, bro, you can't clamp Tyreek, bro.
No, they have him in motion almost every play anyways.
The thing is can Tua get him the ball in stride?
That's going to be tough.
Because we saw a few skips. We saw a few underthrows. Tua just, in my eyes, I do not want to hate on the kid because he's a good kid, but... man, he is not it. And to talk about the old school Miami Dolphins, I'll tell you this much: he is not no Dan Marino.
No,
Dan
he's
Marino
not.
ain't walking through that road.
You can't go that far back.
I'm not going to say he's Dan Marino. No.
Hey, but I'm gonna roll with
He's better than Ryan Tannehill.
No.
I'd say so.
No.
I say so. I say you give the kid some
okay,
time.
maybe he's better than Tannehill.
They
in
never gave
Tannehill's
Tannehill a chance.
Exactly.
In Miami, they never gave
He's
him a
gotten
chance.
plenty of chances in Tennessee, bro.
I think it was
And he's gone to the AFC
injuries.
Championship and had him a first seed. Yeah, Derrick Henry and AJ Brown carried that in that defense and Vrabel, but yeah, I'm going with the Ravens. Just Lamar Jackson. When you got a guy like that, it's the same thing as Tyreek. You can't clamp Lamar. And I know it's the Jets, but man, he looked extremely impressive throwing the ball in the pocket, moving up. People like to, because Mahomes does the little angles and stuff. Bro, Lamar Jackson does the same pocket awareness, gets out of the pocket, does it exactly the same, makes dime throws, and no one talks about it. If you watch the film for the Jets, he was throwing dimes. He was throwing beautiful balls. And who does he have at receiver? Those young kids are really good. They're developing. Who knows? Rashard Bateman could be the next thing. You know what I mean? But it's not expected. And for his number one target to be Mark Andrews and it's a tight end, like, you know what I mean? He's extremely impressive. I know it was the Jets, but he looked great throwing the ball. He was not trying to run the ball, look to run. He was looking to throw. He was moving around the pocket to throw, not to run. So I'm extremely impressed at how he started the season, and I think him coming back to Miami, his home, he's going to say, hey, if y'all don't like Tua, come get your boy. Come get your boy. I think Lamar's going to end up in Miami, and he's going to be shaking hands with some of his new teammates after this year.
And then Tua's going to do some freaking type of Hawaiian Samoan dance and be like, whoop, out of here.
Intimidation.
Intimidation.
Next.
Alrighty, yeah, we got Atlanta and the Rams. I think we can all make that one a quick one. I'm rolling with the Rams.
I'm taking the Rams.
Yeah, hey,
big bounce back game.
Shout out to Mariota. Go get that money, big dog.
Go get it.
Real talk.
Yeah,
Real
go
talk.
get it.
Seattle, San Francisco. I'm gonna say that's gonna be another quick one. San Francisco.
I'm taking Seattle. I think they're riding on a high from beating their old quarterback.
Well, they're the complete opposite of the NFC East.
They may have beaten the Denver
division
Broncos,
records,
but they just beat the guy that they've been winning with for a long time. Won him a Super Bowl, could have won him 2.
Well, it seems
Goes
like
back to play calls again.
Yeah.
We're always going back to the play calls, offensive coordinators.
Marshawn Lynch.
You got to make the right calls in the right spots in the field. Come on. It's easy. Yeah, I'm taking the
Hey,
the
when you're
Seattle
running,
Seahawks
when you're
on that
running
one.
up tempo, sometimes it's not bad.
Yeah.
I'm going Niners too. I think Trey has a bounce back game. That shitty weather in Chicago kind of screwed his debut, but I think he's gonna have a good game. And I think Debo and the rest of those guys are gonna.
50% chance of rain Sunday here.
Is it?
Yeah, it's supposed to rain again. I think.
Wow.
Trey Lance can't get away from the rain.
Yeah.
Well, if it rains, I'm going the other way. Let's just keep that in mind.
Oh.
Hey, speaking of rain though, Trey Lance was
Yeah.
making it rain on those strippers. Y'all seen that?
Uh-oh.
No, I did not see
Video
that.
got out
Oh,
on Twitter
no.
today. That boy was
Oh,
throwing it on the
no.
strippers.
Come on,
Here comes
Trey.
Jimmy.
Trey,
Nah,
come on, bro.
Hey, Jimmy was piping porn stars. There ain't no difference.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't know
no.
though. It wasn't like it was on camera.
But that
They
ain't
need
his
to play.
fault. Trey Lance, bro. When it comes down to ball game, it don't matter what he does off the field, man. Leave him alone. But I had to throw it out there. We're talking about make it rain. I'm like, hey, my boy was making it rain, and he's gonna make it rain on Sunday too.
100%. All right, man. We already went over Cincinnati, Dallas. We got Houston, Denver. I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm gonna go with freaking Houston, bro. This
Wow.
is one of my bold predictions.
Wow.
Not mad at
Yeah,
it.
they put up a fight against Indy.
They did?
I'm pretty, I wouldn't say surprised, but I'm a little surprised by it. With that being said, yeah, I'm rolling Houston.
I love that pick by you, bro, and it was really hard for me to decide. But I'm gonna just say Denver. I'm gonna just go with who's expected to win on this one. I don't really have much detail for this one. I'm just gonna roll Denver. Russell, got the jitters out. I think he's gonna have a bounce back game.
I'm rolling with Denver. I think they're going to come back and they're going to make they're not going to make the mistakes that they made in the last game. I think they're going to be prepared. I think they're going to be better. I think them not playing in Seattle is going to be off of Russell's mind, and he's going to go out there and he's going to do what he's done for years, and it's win. That's what the kid does. Is he wins wherever he goes. He's going to win. He's a winner. He knows how to win, and that's what the Denver Broncos need, and that's what they're going to do this week.
Hey, they are playing at Mile High, so
Yeah.
it is a bit of a bold on my side, but God, I'm impressed with the Texans.
They did
Randy
look good.
Gregory, I love you, but you should have stayed home.
100%. Arizona, Las Vegas. Obviously, you guys know I'm high on the Raiders this year,
Yeah.
which is surprising because I've always been a Raider hater my whole life.
Go Silver Creek Raiders.
Yeah, 100%. But that being said, yeah, I'm gonna roll with the Raiders.
I'm gonna go Raiders too. I think Carr has a bounce back game, throws a party on that Cardinals defense. They don't really have any. Who's guarding Tay Adams? Who's guarding Darren Waller? You got Renfro in the slot. It's been talked about all off season. Now we're gonna really see it, man. We saw week 1. They got to figure some things out. I think they're gonna figure it out against Arizona. Kyler will have a better game than he did, obviously, against the Chiefs. But man, Raiders, man.
Gotcha.
I am going with the Arizona Cardinals.
I'd say that's
I
bold
think
after
I
that.
think
Look,
last week I don't think I seen. I don't think they were
Chiefs,
playing
bro.
themselves.
Chiefs are the Chiefs, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chiefs. But
You know what I mean?
I think that they just weren't playing their best ball. I don't know what it was, but
Well, Kyler wasn't studying enough.
even if he's not studying enough, he sure as hell he knows how to
Was
play
he
the
wearing
game.
his Bruce Lee pads? Because if he wasn't, that was totally bad luck.
Oh no.
Man.
He's gonna curse himself, bro.
No,
Can't be doing that
with
shit,
the Bruce
Tyler.
Lee pads, Tyler, I'm rolling with you.
Yeah.
I just can't see anybody stopping you when you have them spread out like that, and you wait 2 seconds like a 2 delayed draw, but then you take off around the tackle, and I can't see it.
Well,
How do you defend that?
let me ask you: if he's not wearing the Bruce Lee pads, are you still rolling with the Cardinals?
I'm rolling
All
with
right.
I'm rolling with Murray, and I'm rolling with the Cardinals.
All right.
My thing with Kyler is I don't think we're gonna see the best version of him until D-Hop comes back. Because then you'll have D-Hop, Ertz, Hollywood Brown. You'll have like a lot of weapons to work with, and D-Hop's just D-Hop.
AJ Green?
AJ Green too. We
Yeah,
didn't really see
AJ
much
Green.
from him, but
Don't
yeah,
say
he's
AJ, my
AJ
boy.
Green is AJ Green.
Hey, that's
you
the
know
real
what I mean?
AJ of the league right there.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. AJ Brown. AJ Brown.
Hey.
That boy is about to keep you guys up at night. I know
Hey,
that
bro.
week 6.
No, I'm not tripping.
We're not worried.
I'm not tripping at all. You guys gotta.
Till it comes.
Hey, Micah. Yeah, Micah's gonna.
Micah
be
ain't
coming,
card.
bro.
Micah ain't carding him.
Hey, what are you talking about, bro? We might drop back Micah in coverage, dog. Micah be doing them things.
Micah.
He might just jam his ass, put him on the ground, bro.
No,
Micah-
Micah, No, what do you call it? The cottage cheese. What's he like? The macaroni and cheese before the Philly games.
Yeah.
You got to be oatmeal.
Yeah, orange slices.
Yeah, orange slices. There you go.
Micah also might be on Twitter complaining about chip blocks after Kenny Gainwell lays another hit on him back to back in Penn State.
That shit is a little dirty, dog.
I agree. I think Von Miller said it best.
Perfect.
Whoever goes up against Micah better watch the hell out.
Yeah, you can.
Micah's gonna knock him the hell out.
So you guys need to admit that AJ Brown's that dude, and that you guys are actually scared of him.
Something tells me you're gonna be in our situation after you play us this year.
Nah.
Oh.
What do you mean?
Looking for a quarterback.
Absolutely not. A quarterback.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts about to get the bag.
Okay.
Jalen Hurts about to get the bag, and the sooner everyone realizes.
You heard that, Micah?
I don't know the way you guys like to run Jalen.
All right, what's next? What's next?
I'm joking.
He'll be
I don't
alright.
put down anybody.
He'll be
Fuck
alright.
yeah. No. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Hey, Chicago, Green Bay. That is a good game in my opinion.
You know what, Aaron Rodgers? That own me shit is going to come back to haunt you this week. And I'm going to be watching it on my TV.
Yeah.
And because you know what? Everything comes back to you in this world. And when you put that I own you shit.
Yeah, and that was a catch, motherfucker. I'm just playing.
Oh, yeah, he knows it was. He knows it was.
Yeah.
He knows it was a catch.
Hey, bro.
Hey, he knows it was a catch, but
Even if it was
that
a catch,
OD, it ain't gonna happen. No,
Aaron,
I'm rolling with Chicago.
Aaron, we can't even lie. We're still salty till this day about that fucking game.
Aaron, I hate to love you, Aaron.
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
You know.
We hate to love you. You are one of the best throwers of football ever. 100%, bro.
And why don't you come to Dallas too? Actually,
yeah.
Why don't you come on back with McCarthy?
He do not want to do that.
Get you guys
massages,
some matching sweaters and stuff.
Massages.
Go to the steakhouse and come back and win a Super Bowl for Jerry.
No. Massages is a touchy subject in the NFL.
I know. Yeah, I had to pause for a second. I was like, where are you going with this,
what
bro?
side are we
more
going?
massages.
Where are you going with this, bro?
Yeah.
All right, hey. I rolled with Chicago last week. I'm gonna roll with them this week. I'm rolling with them all year. Justin Fields, go get that fucking money.
Go get that money, Justin.
I'm gonna let you guys know straight up. My boy has been the biggest Chicago Bears supporter. Last year he was telling me, bro, that they were about to smoke Green Bay, all this and that they're coming for it.
And they put up a fight against Green Bay.
They
last year
did.
too.
I don't know. I think Aaron Rodgers, huge bounce back game. The receivers don't let him down this time. That defense is gonna step it up. I think they beat the Bears. Bears might play pretty good. I like Justin Fields personally. I think the Niners should have got him at 2, but that's a whole nother story. But yeah, I'm going with Rodgers and Green Bay.
100%. Tennessee, Buffalo, which could potentially be one of the biggest games of the week if Tennessee would have went out and won week 1.
Yes.
With that being
Which
said,
was a missed field goal. Oh, I hate those. I just hate the missed field goals at the end. Anything will drive a man crazy, but that will really.
Yeah, you know what drove me crazy? We had a case on the Raiders Chargers.
Case of Coca-Cola?
I couldn't even. Yes, case of Coca-Cola.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't even watch the damn game because there were so many missed field goals on Channel 5.
Yeah, well.
Fucking Steelers and Bengals going back and forth.
Raiders being blacked out.
Game,
that's isn't that what you want? Raider blackout? Black, you know.
Well, they
That's
got blacked
the
out.
Oakland days.
Yeah,
That's the Oakland
they're
days.
still
That's
still
funny.
black out every time I want to watch them.
That's crazy.
I want to watch them, but they're blacked out. So it's like, it's okay.
That one's tough. I'm rolling Buffalo, bro. Bro, will Buffalo go undefeated this year? Nah, that was a joke. But with that being said,
I got 15-2.
yeah,
I got 15-2 for Buffalo.
so it wouldn't be a far-fetched.
What do you think, Marcus, about that game? I'm gonna go last with this one.
I'm rolling with Tennessee.
I don't hate it.
I'm rolling with Tennessee. I think they're gonna get the.
He's always been a Tannehill guy, man.
Yeah, Tannehill's been my boy since
Miami.
Since
bro.
Miami, yeah, since the draft. Tannehill, go out there, make the throws, make the handoffs, take care of the ball. Go get yourself a W. You got an awesome head coach. He believes in you. I've seen him on the sidelines. He gives you the respect. Go get him the wins.
So with that, I'm gonna go with the Bills. Josh Allen, I think he continues on his MVP campaign. I think he cleans up the picks. Von Miller, another huge game. I think he's gonna be the closer that they ultimately got him for. Derrick Henry has got to be an absolute animal this game. Like, he's got to go off. it was so apparent that they were missing A.J. Brown. It was crazy. A.J. Brown and Derrick Henry were the most physical duo in the league.
Fucking Eagles fan over
Bro,
here.
even when he was with the Titans. Even when he was with the Titans, bro, it's undeniable, man. I read you the stats. I could do it again. Megatron and A.J. Brown stats head to head. Bro, A.J. Brown's that dude. But anyway, Derrick Henry and A.J. Brown, just that, the physicalness. You know what I mean?
Bro.
Even though A.J.'s, regardless if he's on the Eagles
special,
now,
bro.
he's special, bro.
A.J. falls right in line with
He's
those
very
guys
physical.
like Larry Fitzgerald, bro, in my opinion.
He's very physical,
Yeah,
and then to
no
mix
problem.
that with Derrick Henry, all defenses had to keep it honest. You can't single A.J. Brown to load the box on Derrick Henry because then A.J. eats. Because Tannehill, he's a good thrower of the ball, you know what I mean? But without A.J. Brown and only Derrick Henry, it's like, man, it's a lot on Tannehill's plate. And in a game against the Buffalo Bills, with how good their defense is, I just see the Bills pulling it out.
Yeah, well, they do say Tannehill knows where to throw the ball because he was a wide receiver.
He is. He's very on point. No, you're right though.
I know
It's
that
true.
was a joke, but yeah, you know what I mean.
There was a few plays when they got down there for the field goal to set it up. He threw to a guy, I never heard of this guy's name, but he threw it on a dime. The kid made a great catch and got him in field goal range. Tannehill did what he needed to do to get him the win. Like you said, missed field goal. It's unfortunate, but the Titans are a good team. I don't think it's going to be a blowout, you know what I mean? They're respectable. Vrabel's a great coach. He's going to have those guys fired
Love
up.
Mike Vrabel. Love him.
Great coach.
Love him.
But yeah, I'm rolling with the Bills. It's kind of hard not to.
All right.
Hey, and for our last case, I'd say let's roll with the Vikings-Eagles game.
I agree. I told my boy, I said I'm willing to put it. We don't like to bet our teams because we're already going to talk about them a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But with this game, it's a great game.
It's a great matchup.
It's a great matchup.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I'm willing to put it on the line with my Eagles. It makes me a little bit more feisty during game time. So it's going to be fun, especially if I watch it with you boys. You guys are either going to hate me like on draft night when I was geeked the hell up about AJ and Jordan Davis.
He ruined my draft day.
Or you guys are going to be able to rub it in my face. So it's going to be, you could either get a case out there, rub it in my face. I know your pops is going to let me know about it.
Hey,
if they fucking shit the bed.
Our Cowboys have stomped your Eagles right here in this same exact room.
I had to watch it. I had to
you
soak in
here,
it.
He had to suffer while we were eating some chips and salsa.
Yeah, it was all
bad.
bad.
You know what I mean?
I had a great time draft night, but once the season last year was the draft night was my like peak moment after dealing with.
Dude, it's like they won the Super Bowl already.
I won't go that far, but man, when you
it reminded me when we drafted Claymore. I got a call from my son. Oh, we got Claymore!
Claiborne?
We got Claymore. Yeah, I was like...
I was so fucking...
You understood, though, why I was so hyped, bro.
Yeah,
From Travis Fulgham, Greg Ward, and those guys to having A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith.
I just still think that he's too big.
What do you
He's
mean?
good for the run stop, but these quarterbacks these days are they're rolling out.
Who, A.J.?
No, your defensive line, the guy you picked up from the draft.
Oh, Jordan Davis.
Oh, Jordan Davis.
Yeah, I just think he's too big.
He's a run stuffer.
Yeah, he's a run stuffer, but these quarterbacks, when they're running, they're rolling out. They're getting the ball out in 2 seconds when they got a guy like that coming in their face.
That's
the only chance he has is to jump up and get in their damn way.
I mean,
he's got a lot to learn.
I don't
play at that level.
I don't leave that guy off on the bench, bro.
Hell no. The thing is,
you get that big body out there.
The snaps that he did have, he was double teamed every play, and there was one that was like
you have to.
It was
That's automatic.
There was a freeze frame play that I saw on Twitter.
Double him, man. Triple his ass.
Exactly. He was doubled, and then Hargrave. When you have Hargrave, Sweat, BG all on an island with a offensive lineman, it greater opportunities for a big play to happen, a big sack, all that stuff. So you got to put him out there to at least give him a shot. Even if he's just a run stuffer ultimately in his career.
That's a desperate Eagle fan talking there. Put him out, he's saying.
I am desperate to see Jordan Davis out there. He's our first-round pick. We traded up for him. There's no reason that a sixth-round pick from USC should be ahead of a Georgia Bulldog first-round pick.
He's probably in better shape, bro.
Who? the 6th rounder.
Yeah.
I mean, even if that's the case, how's he gonna get in game shape
Jordan
sitting on
Davis.
the bench?
Jordan Davis probably went straight to Jack in the Box
Correct.
after he got drafted.
Nah, he
And he
lost.
probably bought 76
he-
hamburgers,
Nah,
jumbo
he
jacks.
ain't like that. He ain't
76
he
jumbo
ain't no
jacks, bro.
Hainsworth. He ain't no Hainsworth, bro.
I'm telling you.
He's a humble kid. His mama's an Eagles fan. He's gonna lay it out on the line for us, bro.
He's gonna just like what's his name that knocked out Mike Tyson? What was his name? Buster Douglas.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone's about to know who Jordan Davis
Yeah.
is, though. Everyone about to know who Jordan Davis is.